Hello everyone, my name is Smithy and welcome back to another video on the channel. We're back with another episode of, I guess, Runescape for Dummies, but it's more a day one guide on the new boss, I guess you could call it. The Phantom Muspah, however you pronounce it. I'm going to call it the Big Slug, because it looks like a big slug with legs. But today we're going to be going through kind of a bit of a scuffed guide on how to actually do the boss after you completed the prerequisite quest, which is Secrets of the North, which is the new quest that came out today, the 11th of January, which is the day I'm recording this, which is, if I scroll through, how good's my alphabet? Secrets of the North. Ta-da! And obviously all the other prerequisites that you need for that quest, level-wise and everything, but you need to complete that quest to be able to do the boss. Now, the boss is over in, is it V's, the snowy place, which I can never remember where it is on the map, but it's there. You know what? I'll show you how to get there from the teleport. So imagine that you are using the blue salt that you would use for your V's teleport. I've got a portal in my house, so we're going to go through there. But I mean, if you've done the quest, you know how to get there because you've had to do it in the quest itself. So we're going to cut through this little shortcut here, and we can go through this broken fence here, and we're going to go down to the salt mine, which is where you mine the salt for the different braziers around Gillenor that you can use, one being at like God War's dungeon, for example. So that's how you get here. Now we're going to run through like we did in the quest and go through the cave. And in the quest, there was like a wall thing that was blocking, so you couldn't do a right turn just out of here, but that's now opened up, and you've got the crevice, which is where you fought the boss during the quest. Now, recommended stats, I'm going to be using for this guide Ice Barrage, so you're going to need 94 magic. That's one thing that I'm going to be using in this guide. If you haven't got 94 magic, it's going to make your life a little bit harder, and you're going to need to bring staminas, because instead of running around like a headless chicken shooting the monster during the melee phase, you just freeze it and then you just use magic on it, and I'll show you that during the kill. If not, I guess you could run it similar to how you've got the range method with Sarah and Bandos, where you run sort of around the edges and try and avoid it running up and slapping you from behind, because it can hit quite hard. Still don't know what the max hit of it is. That's still very much TBD. There's nothing on the wiki about it. I haven't really been keeping track of how hard it slapped me, but it can hit quite hard. Now, I've been hit up to 50s with some of its attacks, so be warned about that. Now, we're going to be going for a kill. I'm going to try and commentate during, just to give you an idea of what my thought process is and why I'm doing what I'm doing on screen. Now, gear setup, you're going to need a range setup and you're going to need a mage setup, because there is a melee phase that we're going to be using magic on, and then there is a range mage phase that we're going to be using range on. Now, the mage phase gets the mage range phase gets a little bit chaotic sometimes, because it does switch attack styles, but it's quite clear what's a range attack and what's a mage attack. The mage attack kind of looks like, you know, that I just can't get you out of my head. You know that dance move where you put your hands on your head and your head starts spinning? It does that, but all purple stuff starts flying out its dome. So again, I'll shout that out when we're doing the kill so you can get an idea of what to look out for. Setup, I've got really scuffed Iron Man gear. I've got Mystic's Dark Road top, Trident of the Swamp, Aaron's Robe Skirt, and an imbued Zami cape. Then for my actual setup, I've got a Slayer helm because you get the attack bonus with the mage and range. Same with my Brimstone boots, mage and range bonus is there. I've then got my Ava's Assembler, Fury, got Diamond Bolt Z, Rune Crossbow, Carol's level top, Book of Balance for the range and mage bonus there on the book. Again, you can use whatever you're best in. Like you've got people here using max melee, max mage and max range. I haven't got that, so we're just going with scuff stuff. Anyway, Barrow's gloves, Ring of Suffering. This is all to show you that you can do it with the world's shittest gear and still get the kill. Now, saying that, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so let's get cracking with a kill. Just to say, the first phase that it starts off at, I've seen it start on the mage and range phase. I've also seen it start on the melee phase. So we're going to go in with our magic gear on. So if it does start with the melee phase, we can quickly get a freeze off so it doesn't come stomping towards us. Anyway, that being said, we're going to whack on range prey, we're going to whack on mystic might, and we're going to get on in there. So I've got my F keys set, so F3 is my spellbook, F2 is my prayers, and F1 is my inventory. Make sure it runs on, there we go, so it's in melee phase. Hit it with a freeze so it doesn't come stomping towards us and start slapping us up. We also want to make sure we don't get ourselves caught in a corner. And lovely, my freeze hasn't frozen it, which it hasn't done what it says on the tin. But anyway, we've now got it frozen. We can start hitting it with some magic attacks with our trident. And there we go. It's now switched over to the magic and range phase. Now, the green attacks that it does, the little spitballs, are the range attack. And the when its head starts spinning, all purple stuff starts coming out. That is its magic attack. Now, I've got all my stuff on long range. That's for later on in the kill. Also, when it goes to switch phase, you'll see you saw that little white splodge that comes underneath us, and then a spike will shoot out. There we go. There's the magic attack. That I just can't get me out of my head. And we want to. There we go. There is the phase change mechanic. We want to quickly run while we're changing to our magic gear, get the freeze off, bosh, there we go, and start attacking again. Yeah, so every time it changes phase, you get that little white splodge underneath you and the spike comes out. You need to move for that, otherwise it's going to hit you quite hard. Now on this third phase, you've got all these spikes that are following us around the arena, I guess you could call it. Now you want to avoid these, and it's switched back to its magic stress melee phase. Now we want to keep away from them. They will stop. There is a magic attack, and we can see it hit us, which is not good. Oh, another magic attack, lovely. And you kind of want to count range and, you know, only switch to magic when necessary. Range is its main attack here. This little purple symbol that's coming up, it actually means that we're cursed, so it's draining our prayer a lot quicker than usual. So keep an eye on your prayer and make sure, you know, you keep it topped up with your, in this case, I'm using prayer pots instead of restores, because I haven't got very many on my iron. I'd rather save them for brews. Anyway, when this drops below, I think 450, I think it will be another phase change. There we go. Yep, called it. So we're going to throw up our... No, that's our trident. There we go. Throw up our freeze, and that's done enough damage to take it below 400. So it's now doing the scary electric cloud phase. With this, it starts running all about the bloody place. You just want to make sure you stay out of the path of these clouds, which, you know, you've got eyes. Just watch them. I don't have eyes, so I'm getting hit by them. And there we go. We want to make sure we've got Mystic Might on as well. And we can start going again. Now, obviously, I've not done enough to really find out the patterns with the health of when it changes phases. I think it's every 50 HP. But then again, it's done it there where it's changed on 361. So, magic attack. Oh, we didn't catch that one. There we go. All right. So, we're switching back to our range gear. And we're ranging the blue boy. Or turquoise boy. Green boy. Whatever it is. It's ugly. Okay. Got a prayer up, magic attack, caught it, range attack, switch back. It's another magic attack, switch back. What's he got now? Range attack, another magic attack, a triple. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. So we want to quickly get our barrage off. Oh, shit. Now, you need to be careful of these spikes that have formed around the area as well. If you walk into them, they can damage you, so just be careful of that. I'm going to quickly heal up a little bit just to make sure that we're staying healthy. Okay, want to get the DPS going. I'm going to cast another freeze in now. Or not. It's fine if you don't want to. Do what you want, mate, I guess. I guess I'm just here for the shits and gigs. Ah, shit. There we go. See, you really need to keep your hit points up because this thing can melee the fuck out of you. Ugh, God, good job we got the food in then. Okay. So we're getting close to the next phase. Also, at the time of recording this, the worlds are pretty laggy for me, which is why I'm missing some of these attacks, which is really annoying me. But anyway. Also, if you do start to heal, be careful that your magic stays above 94. Otherwise, you can't cast your barrage, and that's a whole other world of pain. There we go. Okay, there we go. Right, cool. Now, on this phase, we want to try and stay the other side of these spikes, because it works similar to TOA, where it does the stomp what Z-Back does. It will do a lot of damage if you're not behind these spikes when it does that thing where it starts looking like it's going to bloody explode. Now, this phase here is its prayer protection. It's got 75 hit points worth of prayer defense. So what we're going to do is essentially smite it to do our damage. Now, you need to be careful because you need to do it in between attacks from the slug. Now, it is a bit of an art form. I'm still working my way around it. So what I like to do is let it attack. Then when I go to attack, that's a magic one. So he attacks. I quickly pray for that. It will drain itself. I'm kind of off tick, I think. Every single time it attacks, it will do 2 it will drain 2 every cycle. So I'm going to try and tank an attack here. There we go. We can see we're actually hitting now, which is good. Manage attack. Come on. There we go. Fucking hell. See what I mean? You got to get the timing spot on for this bit. I'm not going to lie. I can see him trying to patch up this bit because it's just fucking impossible unless you've got everything down to a T. I managed to fucking spot that magic attack. Guess I'm gaming. Okay. But like I said, it will drain anyway, so you can just tank it. That's magic attack. Oh, fuck. You can just tank it, let it run its course. Happy days. But obviously that's not best thing to do, is it really? Right, 5 more attacks, and then we should be good. Now, for this next bit, we're going to want to move into a space that we've got a lot of area. Now, it's going to start throwing up these spikes underneath of us, and we do not want to get caught in a corner. Like you can see now that it's starting to do that. And I've hit one of them, so it's hurt me. I feel hurt. Magic attack. Okay, we want to move back one. You want to kind of get it in a way that you're not going to get trapped. Again, if you've done TOA, it's similar to the poo phase on Keris, the big bug, the big stinky poo bug. You don't want to get yourself trapped in a corner. Now, I've tried this a few times, and I have been bloody caught. And you know, there's no way to get out of it. You've just got to sit there and either telly out or try and fight your way out. Especially if you're using lower tier gear like I'm using, you're not going to be able to get the DPS to get yourself free. So, unfortunately, it's the gulag for you, my friend. So you've got to work the tide kind of thing. Now, we are nearing the end of the kill. It's only got 16 hit points left. 15, 1. There we go. Lovely. The Ring of Suffering came in clutch there. And there we go. There is your kill done. A little bit chaotic, I know. Quite hard to follow, probably. But yeah, it's something that I hope I've shared enough of the mechanics with you. Look at all those summer pies. Jeez. I'm going to quickly go out just in case it does respawn, because I don't really fancy facing it again with just summer pies. It's one of those that the most effective way to kill it is still... People are still working out. I'm still working out how I can do it with the setup that I have, but I wanted to get up this kind of a day one thought process of what all the attacks are. Now, if you've got any suggestions on how you can improve the kills or what some of the mechanics are and how better to face them, by all means, let me know in the comments. All right. I want to use the comments on this video as kind of like a wiki page for updating the best way to slap this bloody big slug. But I hope you guys have managed to find at least some use from this video. Yeah, like I say, comment down below any suggestions, and let me know how your KCs are going as well. I mean, I've got 4 logged so far, and that's 822k, which to me, that's ridiculous money. I've seen maybe this is going to be more profitable than bloody Vorkath, and Vorkath is known as being the cash dragon. So this could be the cash slug. Not the same ring to it, not as grand sounding, but hey ho. Anyway, if you have found this video useful, please do consider subscribing. Drop a like as well. It really does help with pushing the video in the algorithm. And comment down below how you're getting on with the new boss. Don't ask me to try and pronounce the name again. I'm not going to lie. I've already kind of forgotten. Oh, I've got it here. Phantom Muspah. Muspah. I don't know how you pronounce it. But anyway, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. I just uploaded a goals video from my Iron Man account, so if that does tickle your fancy, go and have a look at that. And stay safe, and goodbye.